Your number one job isn't building your offer, it's advertising. I know, crazy. But today we're diving into Hormozi's tip number 3. And he states if you're not doing 100K per month, your job is to advertise, get feedback, and fix the leaky bucket. Focus on delivery after revenue. Ooh, I feel like this is going to be
This one is so good because so many people come to us, Greta, and they're like, I have to like build the course right now. I have to build like, and they don't even know that it works, right? So why, like most of you entrepreneurs on here, you are probably overbuilding instead of validating. You need to validate the market to see, right? That's why Tesla pre-sold their cars. That's why they pre-sold the SUVs. They were validating the market. You may not have known that, but that's what they were doing. They were advertising and validating. So we're going to share what you should actually focus on when you're under 100K per month. And we know a majority of you are under 100K per month, but we work with a lot of businesses who are at 100K per month. And we have grown our business to a 7-figure business. And so we know exactly what you should be doing. And honestly, they're not too different than what you're doing at the 100K per month, honestly. So we're going to show you though how it's attainable today for you if you're doing under 100K per month. And we're of course going to talk about how ads like actually expose and tell the truth that like what your funnel isn't telling you. It's really going to tell you exactly what to fix and your pain points in your funnel, because really a lot of you on here are solopreneurs. Maybe you have a couple VAs working for you, but your funnel is like your second like team person, like literally they like are almost your team. So today we're going to be sharing the exact system that we use to test our offers and our clients offers, fix their funnels, and build momentum fast to get to 100K in under 6 months, 100K per month in under 6 months. And you don't need a perfect product. I hate to tell you this, but like everyone's like, I gotta have the perfect thing. I gotta be better than so and so. What you need is data, and ads are the fastest way to get to it.
100%. So I just want to re-emphasize, and ultimately we're going to talk about, you don't need more perfecting, coming from a recovering perfectionist. So you don't need more perfecting. You need more market proof. And the beautiful thing about ads is that ads will tell you the truth. Your team, your friends, your audience, and even your business partner won't. So I'm going to share a really personal story about something that Bringing Simplicity is going through currently. And that is what works with this topic that we're going to talk about is that it applies to both offers you're selling as well as lead magnets, which to us is still an offer to your audience, right? And so you guys have probably heard us talk over the last couple of weeks about ads that convert. It makes my heart sing what I created, right? It is beautiful. It has so much information that is so helpful. And we decided to run ads to it. Well, what nobody told me, including Judy, is that this beautiful offer that I've created that can solve a million problems for free for people is very much in the weeds. It's written as a media buyer and a media ad strategist myself would write it, because even we exist in a glass jar. And so I created this gorgeous landing page and then we got crickets. And the reality is, I don't need to spend time perfecting that offer. What I've now gotten is market proof that I need to take the concepts that are in there and like simplify them a little bit for our ideal target audience. And so things like this, if I had just talked about ads that converted here on YouTube and a few social media posts, it may have taken months for us to figure out this was a miss in terms of a way of getting people into our pipeline. But because we ran ads to it, we were able to spend a couple $100s and realize, oh, this isn't converting at the level Greta thought it would, because it was literally like something that I produced as like a child, like this, I love this little baby. but I can't argue with the data that the ads are giving us. So what's going to happen now? We're going to tweak our lead magnets. You'll probably hear us talking about them here on YouTube and then ultimately running ads for it. And we're going to do fast iterations, right? I'm not going to spend months talking about something. I'm going to spend weeks and then I'm going to move on, because ultimately my goal is to create something that speaks to my audience.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, those of you who are on here, if you're like, why, it's been months. It's been months since I'm talking about my lead magnet to my audience. And no one is opting in. Something needs to change. Something needs to change.
Right.
That's what he was telling us. And we were like, we think it needs to change, but let's confirm, right? And that's what ads does. It literally confirms what, you're thinking about your delivery. So it really, really helps. And like Greta said, we're blind. I mean, for me, I'm like, this is great. Like, I totally understand. Even someone like, for me, like, I'm not really a data person. I'm not a super media like, I don't speak media buyer talk, but I was like, this is awesome information. Like, of course, I think everything that Greta puts out is awesome, but I'm like, but then, we had to have other people say like, no, it's not that awesome. It is, but not for who you're trying to help, not for who you're
Right.
trying to help with their pain point right now.
Right.
So the second point that Hormozi emphasizes is talking about how your delivery isn't the problem, your visibility is. And why is this so? Because, like, honestly, if you look at it, I mean, you have time right now. If you're doing under 100K per month, you have time to over deliver for whoever you're bringing in to your business.
It's so
You
true.
just do. You do. I mean,
You
right? Like,
think you're busy now.
yeah, you think you're busy now, but you're busy on all the wrong things. And you're not, that also means you don't have an optimized funnel. You're probably doing a lot of things manually. So the problem though is your visibility. No, you can't deliver on anybody if you have nobody to deliver to, right? You need clients. So, but you can't improve what hasn't been tested. So one of our clients was like, oh, like people aren't coming because like I need to make sure, and this is the same thing, like I need to make sure that my delivery or my lead magnets or my workbooks are all like in line. Like it's like the workbooks. Like people aren't working through it. They're not like, but like nobody was getting to the workbook. Like the data was like nobody was getting to the journal. Nobody was getting to the workbook. So what we ended up doing was rebuilding the landing page and the call to action of exactly who this workbook was for. So that way it was calling in the avatars. Like there were people opting in to the journal, but they weren't the ideal avatar. So we had to make sure that we were pointing to the exact clients and of course their pain points. And so once we made those, not only did she get more people to opt in because we're calling out a specific avatar, but people were using the journal and replying back about using the journal or her workbooks, like whatever it is that she was calling out now, because we did it to all of her landing pages. And so when you have that, you get feedback and people start responding. If they opt into your lead magnet in your next email, because your next email, your first text after that's like should be like, what's the major takeaway from said lead magnet, whatever they opted into, right? If they're not responding, they're not the right avatar. The data is going to tell you they're not the right avatar, or it's like just not, or it's going to tell you that it's not that good. But if people are responding being like, this is awesome, like I love all of this stuff, then now you know that you've proven the market. So like now you have more visibility. So remember that you have to make sure that you're visible, and then you work on delivery and refine it. Because again, right now you have the time to over deliver. I promise you, if we were to add 5 new clients in, you could probably over deliver to the maximum right now if you're doing under 100K per month.
For sure. Okay, so moving on, if you're not making 100K, advertising is the job. Hormozi doesn't say advertise after your product is ready. He says do it first. And the reason I went, ooh, like at the beginning is because I can see the alarm bells going off in people's heads that like, oh, this is all about the money. This isn't about transformation. This isn't about, no, stop. We want to make sure that you are testing the offer. So very much like what Judy was just saying. and validating that what you are creating is actually going to be helpful. Because the reality is, until you've run your program with real people and you've seen different personalities be in the program, you're not going to know if it's actually helpful, right? And nobody can opt into your program and get those results until you advertise and then they see it and they purchase it. So don't get it twisted that this is about being greedy or salesy or anything like this. This is about validating that what it is that you're offering is something people want and that they're going to get the results you have, which is why you're likely going to have to over deliver. So, with most clients under 1 million per year, we help them redirect their energy from more features, more videos, more workbooks, more lessons to one funnel, one offer, one lead magnet, one course of action. And I will guarantee that right now in your head, your offer probably has too many steps. You're expecting your people to do too much. You're trying to cram a ton of stuff into 3 months. And the reality is you need less. You need something that's going to be an activation point for your people to create change. And you need to iterate on that over and over and over again, which is why we have to advertise to get a ton of people into the system. And what it is that you are currently selling today is probably going to look really different in 6 months. And that's why we do various pricing strategies, which we talked a little bit about last episode. But don't get caught up in the over delivery. You want to simplify your energy. You want to sharpen your message. And then once you're converting, then we start to layer in delivery optimization.
100%. And of course, all of this goes back to, you've heard us say it, is that what's the quickest way to test anything? It's ads. And you don't have to spend a lot on ads, right? The example that I gave you earlier was somebody in our Simplicity ad system was spending $10 a day, right? Like you don't have to. $10 a day and got like 40 leads the first week. So it's ads, right? Like how long have you guys been on social media posting and to get like 40 leads? Like,
right. No, like months.
Yeah, be honest. Okay. In a week, you're gonna speed that up. And so, but how do you know what to say in these ads, right? Like a lot of people come to us and Greta, we didn't know this at first either, but when we first started running ads, but like, how do you know what to say in the ads? Who are you targeting? Where to focus, right? There's all of these audiences and all of these things. So on our next episode, we're going to talk about one channel, one avatar, one product until you get to $1 million. And if you're watching this live this week, remember that Hormozi's book launch is this weekend. It's this weekend. It's this Saturday. We are so excited and so pumped. I've been like so energized all week. And like on Monday, I was like, why am I so energized? I'm like, oh yeah. I got my text messages and emails. I was like, yes, the book. I'm so excited. So remember to watch our episode on that, and we'll show you how simplifying your entire strategy will unlock massive momentum, aka more leads, more of the desired leads into your business and your pipeline. So we'll see you next week.